Good morning, beautiful people of the Blue Mountains. We are up here just on the outskirts of Falconbridge, across from the Fruit House, and we're going to have a triple treat of adventures today. There's going to be a couple of baths and a sex dungeon that Belle is looking very much forward to. We've just pulled over in this rest stop here on the side of the Great Western Freeway, waiting for the sun to rise. It's right behind us in the east, and we're very close to our first explore, which will be Lady Martin's Bath. We're right next to the train tracks here with the train going past. We've got another 5-0. Let's get him. He's going to be flying past here. Ready? There he is.
Going down.
Yeah, something's going down. A couple of ambos. Looks like there might be an accident on the Great Western Highway. It is the Friday, and this is the last day of school. School holidays start for 2 weeks, the July winter school holidays. So we're going to drive a little bit further up and see if we can find some parking close to the bush track we need to take in. We've just crossed over into Linden, turning left here at Martin Place, over the railway bridge. And I think we need to take the first right into Numantia. There it is, Numantia Road. I'm not quite sure where we're going to park. It might have to be all the way down here, because up where we need to take this bush track where the water tank is, I had a look on G Maps and there's a lot of no stopping and no parking signs. So this spot right here looks quite nice. It's not too far away. There is something major going on accident wise, because we've seen so many emergency vehicles. Okay, there's no gate. You see, it says no parking 24 hours a day. I thought we'd just drive up here and see what it's all about. So there's the signs there. See, keep out. If you are on the grounds without authority, you are trespassing. Notice, no parking 24 hours. This driveway is ROW for neighbours. Do not impede access. Oh, people must live up here, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are signs everywhere saying not to park. Oh, there's a house up there. There you go. There you go. And this could very well be the house that owns the property that we need to get onto. It's either them or Sydney Water own it. So I think we'll head back down Numantia, find a safe spot to park, and behind this tank, down through the bush there, we're going to have to find Lady Martin's Bath. Any cameras, honey? No, I am not going to be leaving my vehicle in this section here at all, because if we have a Sydney Water vehicle come up here, I'm sure he'll say something. So the first spot that we can park down here, let's do that, and we'll walk up this hill. That's what it is. Linden Reservoir and Water Pumping Station. Did you get a picture without me in it? And there's one house which is 776. If you're a pizza delivery guy or someone that had never been up here before, you'd struggle finding this residence. Now they're going the opposite way. I wonder if it's a drill. There's no coordinates for Lady Martin's Bath, but I did manage to take a screenshot of an arrow pointing to some bushland behind this reservoir. So we're hoping to find a rough track down to an escarpment, I think. And below that will be the bath. So down here just looks like where they let water out, and it's like a drain channel going down into the bush. I would say it's up here somewhere. See how distinct this track's going to be. So there's the house there. We've got to be careful not to be seen by him. A rough bush track down. It's got to be down there. It's got to be down where you are. Is there any type of track there? There is. I missed it altogether.
Yep. There.
Right here?
Yeah.
There it is. This is what they classify as the rough bush track. Well, there's no signs saying private property, but if you do read the sites online and a few videos that people have done, it does say not to bother coming down here because it's on private property. I'll just put that light on just in case. It did say short, didn't it? It's not that hard. You come behind me, use me as a bit of a... hang on, let me move out of the way. It's okay there? Alright. Just remember, put your feet sideways, yes, so if you fall on your hip. As per usual, I've got a write-up of this thing. Once you get to where I am here, Bell, you're okay. We've got a couple of longer walks coming up in the next month or two, so I thought I'd knock off these 3 short ones, and funnily enough they're on the same side of the Great Western Highway, which is on the left hand side heading towards Lithgow, and they're one suburb after another. So we're starting at Linden. The next explore is at Hazelbrook, and the one after that's at Lawson. So very close together. See the difference from the flashlight to without it? It's a nice maintained bush track. I don't see this as being rough. Oh, here it is right here. We've got to it. That's how close it is. Look how beautiful that looks. Can you hear me, Bill? It's just here. We've reached it already. And this, my friends, is the old steps. And this is what's known as Lady Martin's Bath. Listen to the eastern whipbird. How beautiful is that with the sun just peering down into it? Look how clear it is. I don't know if that's coming through the camera. Wow, I can see to the bottom. Now just down the road here is Yarama Castle, and one of my very first explores back in 2019 with my partner of the time was Yarama Castle. I was lucky enough to find the stone cut bath and the stone cut pool there. I don't know how many people have got those on video, because it is cordoned off now. You can't get into Yarama Castle anymore. Come where I am here. I don't know if you can see how clear it is.
Yes.
How deep do you reckon that would be?
Beautiful.
It is
beautiful drinking water.
stunning. Let me just turn the camera off for a sec. I'll get my phone out and I'll read you what this big bathtub is all about. Under this rock overhang. Stunning. Look at the old steps on it.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. Got the old phone out here. Where's a good spot for me to squat down? Right here, I reckon. Alright, it says Lady Martin's Bath is a historical spring-fed stone pool built into a sandstone rock overhang. It was constructed between 1882 and 1883 by local stonemason Paddy Ryan. It was commissioned by Sir James Martin, a former Premier of New South Wales, Attorney General and Chief Justice, the namesake of Sydney's Martin Place. The bath was intended to be part of a massive Grand Mountain estate and mansion. However, the home was never completed and the bath was never used by Lady Martin. The unfulfilled grand project was famously referred to as Martin's Folly. So unfortunately, Lady Martin did not get the chance. I wonder what happened. Did she pass away or did they divorce? I didn't read further into it, but if you're keen on finding out what happened to Lady Martin, just get onto Google AI and I'm sure it would tell you all about it. And also, please don't take any of this information that I read out on any of these explores word, because I noticed the other day that I was reading Google AI, and would you believe a lot of the information that is written down is taken by YouTubers that film and come out and read you out stuff like I do. So it actually gave the YouTuber's name. So I'm thinking, well, if he's got his information wrong, then whatever I'm reading to you is absolutely wrong as well. So just be mindful. Google AI gets its sources from a number of different avenues, and one of those, which is surprising, is now YouTubers. I wonder how deep that would be. I would guess I'm 6 foot, and that would probably come up to my waist. I'm saying 4 foot, 4.5 foot deep. And if we go over to this side here, it's a little bit shallower. Someone's left a few sealed things here. Let's see what's in it. Let's see what's in here. Where's Bill when you need her? Alright. We've got help. A couple of magnets or something. And maybe a note. Oh, pencil. So it looks like there's been some kids down here mucking around. No doubt the residents that live just up from here. How come you didn't notice those, Bill? Little snap lock containers.
Oh.
Well, this is probably one of the shortest videos I've ever done. But that's what today's all about. The quicker we can knock all these off.
I can't believe how clear it is.
I know.
I want to throw some money in there.
I reckon.
I wish you'd one, yeah.
Bit of good fortune. We'll just get, and also, I just noticed this before. Have a look at this tree. What do you reckon that's from? Do you reckon that's just been a fire and rotted out that way, or there's been some sort of little
It's amazing it's standing.
animal been eating it? I know. It is amazing it's standing. Come back in another year or two and that will fall. Now this leads to somewhere else as well. It could very well be Saffras Gully from what I was reading. I know other people go down to a waterfall, and that may lead down to a waterfall. Do you want to just head?
Is that a little cave in there?
No, just another little rock overhang. Do you want to go down a little bit? Let's go down and we'll see what it is at the bottom there, considering this was such a quick walk down. Belle's going to wait up there for me. So I have a feeling this track just keeps on winding around. I'm just going to get to the base here and see if there's anything worth bringing her down for. And if not, okay, so when we parked on Numantia Road, there was a driveway that said private property. This might be that driveway. See, I think that leads up to the gate. So whoever owns this property, I don't think it's Sydney Water, they can actually drive down here with a car. Although no one has come down here for a while looking at that branch across the track here. I'm not quite sure where this mansion was meant to be built. Looks like he started off with the small bath first before he even contemplated putting together the house. I'd say it was down here somewhere. If this is a driveway leading into something. So this is one of those explores you'd have to combine with a number of things. Once we head up the road into Hazelbrook and film the next adventure and the Lawson one after that, and those who are interested can incorporate all three, and that way you'll fill your morning before you head home or grab some lunch like we always do. I know other people have come up from a creek from down this way somewhere. But if there's nothing around this next corner, I'll just head back up to Bell. Might leave it for another time. Find out what's down here. And if it's worth coming back, then we will. It just keeps on going. Beautiful walk. Can't really hear the Great Western Freeway from here, so it's nice and quiet. Yeah, it just keeps on winding around. I can't hear any water. The sun's peering through. Right, we run back up to Bell. This was the only trek today that was on private property. The next two are fine. I have no problems. There's Bell waiting patiently for me. You know what I dropped down onto, Bell? What do you think? You know when we were walking up Numantia Road? His driveway. So when we get back down near the car, I'll turn the camera off and I'll point out a little hole in there. Little creature. I'll point out the driveway. I wonder who owns it these days. Doesn't look like they're going to build anything on it. Yeah. Oh no, that's okay, it doesn't matter. We've got a few. That's no problem. It'll be one of those pictures where I don't think you can get the full concept. Are you right to go straight up there?
Yeah.
All right.
So you go ahead.
Let me go ahead. It's pretty grippy. One final look of the lady, Martin's Bath, and how crystal clear that is. Well, it is spring water. Spring fed.
Spring fed.
Spring fed, that's what it said.
It comes from the rock.
Yeah, it's leaching down from somewhere.
Yeah. I wonder, because the water tank's up there.
No, I know.
Although it's not.
I think these days it'd probably be a little bit more polluted than it was back in the time of when he was thinking about building the mansion. This is the spot right here. Although there's no, okay, does it look like to be some sort of stepping stone to get into the pool on the other side? Just wondering where she would actually get in from. Yeah. It's not like, there should have been some steps down in the middle there.
Yeah, true. But notice how this is sloping here. So
Yeah. Maybe here, yeah.
Oh yeah, it does look like a step.
Where, on the other side there, yeah. Maybe that's where she's coming from.
Yeah.
And maybe over the years there's been some rock collapses.
Yeah.
So if anyone is interested in stuff like this, as I said, Urama Castle is right across the road from the fruit shop there on the edge of Falconbridge where we were stopped in the rest stop. See if you can find the stone cut pool. It took me a couple of goes to find that. I'd been there 2 or 3 times before I found the stone cut pool and the stone cut bath. There's also remnants of the lagoon where they used to sail boats and the old gardens. You can see where the retaining walls once used to sit. Really interesting place. I think it was up for sale recently and may have sold. From what I had a look on satellite images, it looks like they're doing some work at the start of the driveway there where you could actually get cars in. If you have a look at some of my old slideshows, that stone cut bath had a car in it to begin with in 2019. Just made it back up to the top of the reservoir here. I'm going to give you a nice clear path down this track. There was a sign here. Where is that sign? Okay, you see there's a sign here that says steep slope hazard on this site. Ensure all work follows the approved safe systems of work. So just if you're facing this sign to the left over here, and you'll see a pipe here. So right across from that bracket up there, right there, below it you have this hydrant that turns on the water and exits probably down into the creek down there. Here's your track here. It's probably about a 2 or 3 minute walk to Lady Martin's Bath. Come on, Belzy. Look at the mountains on the other side. You could take the risk of parking up here considering it's only going to be 10-15 minute journey filming and photographing, but I don't know how often Sydney Water comes here and whether or not the residents that live up here complain. There's a whole bunch of graffiti there that's been painted over. Another bit there, I think there was graffiti there. So kids have got up to the top there. There's an alarm, but I can't see. It looks to be maybe CCTV just as you get up to the top there. And this is the view from this side. Alright, let's head down Numantia Road. I'll take a little bit of video of the driveway that I dropped down over there, and we'll call it a day from here. So just down from the reservoir here, Bill has noticed on this property, someone's got an old couch and like a bench seat that they've made with bricks underneath. So I think this is part of Lady Martin's bath, unless it's this property here. You can see the steel gate right down the bottom there. We'll be past it in a second. I believe that to be the driveway that heads down below where I dropped in on. Right next to this house here, which is occupied, I don't think they've got anything to do with the Lady Martin's property. But this right here, I would say was the driveway that I dropped in on. There's a shed down there, so there's something down there. A really old stein. If I was to guess, that would say Numantia Estate. See if you can read what that says. Let's see how good you are. What do you reckon it says? I think that's what the property's called.
Starts with N.
Numantia Estate.
Numantia Estate.
That's what I think so. Alright, perfect spot to bid farewell, I think. Thanks for joining us. A nice short one from the Icon and myself. Until we see you on the next adventure or explore. Adios.